In this video, we will talk about more and more control with Novation SLMK2. So we know that Novation SLMK2 has, on right side here, we have 8 plus 8, 16 buttons, and we have here 16 buttons. With those 16 buttons here, we can control 16 styles or sounds. With those buttons, we can control 16 styles or sounds. That is what I told you in my previous videos. But if you are using SD90, you can have very complex control, multiplied by much more sounds that you can control from Novation. For example, first I will show you what I can control with pitch and buttons. If I choose one sound here, it is master accordion. And if I move pitch, now I will get French accordion. Go back, master. This is I'm controlling with modulation, and setup is done on Catron. Control is by Novation. But if I press same button, I will get another group of instruments. Sopran accordion and organ. So with the same button, I have control of 4 instruments. Now in this case, second group of instruments that I'm controlling, I am calling them with same button. So with this same button, look at, I can call 2 instruments. This control is done by Novation. So on this way, you can control any virtual instruments, 2 virtual instruments, or you can control any 2 hardware. Is that if you have a sound module or if you have workstation, any arranger keyboard, so you can control it by pressing same button twice. First time and second time. So in this case, I have one guitar, power chord, and now okay, this button I didn't program on that way. That's why I will skip to another button that I did program to press it and get different sounds on 2 moves. For example, this one. Violin, strings. And if I press it another time, I will get third instrument. So 1, 3. 3 instruments I'm getting. 2 I am calling from this Novation. It's programmed on Novation. And a third one is coming from Catron. Catron is behaving that way. I did program it on Catron. So practically on one button, I can call 4 instruments. As you can see, 4 instruments on one button. That means in this case, I don't have only 32 instruments, I have 64 instruments. Actually, 8 plus 8, 16 times 2. If I'm using just setting that I have here, so it's 32, and plus double number of instruments if I am using modulation. So it's 64 instruments. So in this case, even more instruments I can have if I'm using those potentiometers. In this case, actually I'm calling combination of instruments that is called in Catron voices. Voice is combination of 4 instruments, and I can control them with those 4 potentiometers. I can have 4 of them on one button. I can separately control volume or together. And if I just press button again, I will get another 4 instruments. So now it's even higher number of instruments. Besides of changing instruments, what I can do here with this modulation. I can decide if I want to choose another instrument, or if I want to add instrument to one instrument. If I have piano, and now add violins, strings. It is nice sometimes when you play piano, you want to add choir or some violins behind that piano. You can control volume. Depends how much you are pushing this modulation. You are controlling the volume of second instrument. You are actually blending instruments. You can blend, change instrument, or leave one instrument on one volume and add another instrument and control instrument volume for one of them. So, or just change them. Or if you have organ, you can control Leslie effect. Now this button where I have power chord, and if I move this up, now I have solo distortion guitar. I can have together. Look at now. I am blending together solo distortion guitar and power chord guitar, and then I can decide if I want to have just one of that instrument or both of them. And then if I go to organ sound, now I will tell you what you have to do if you want to control two instruments on same button. So, and then you will get double number of instruments with just calling twice one of those buttons. So if I have this button here, how I can do this? I will go to edit, I will press that button, and I will go to second window in edit mode, and there is something that is in second row called step value. Now there I can decide, do I want to have one step or two steps or more steps? What does it mean? It means that if I have one step, I am calling one instrument. If I have second step, I can call another instrument. So in this case, if I have two steps, I will go back, and then I have message for that instrument. What is going to be instrument if I press it first time, and what is going to be instrument if I press it second time. So if I have two steps, in this case I have two instruments. Like here. So that is trick what we can use if we want to control more instruments with same buttons. That is very good, especially if you want to play accordion and you want to change sopran to, for example, organ. When you play one part, you want to change two register, then it is very nice to do that. So if you want just to have guitar or violins and change strings to solo instrument or whatever you are thinking that you can change, you can use with the same button. So that is a very interesting thing that you can control with Novation, because Novation has possibility to have steps in controlling, in choosing sounds, step 1 and step 2, and on each step you can put control number, which sound you can call, and then just get 32 sounds from here. So actually this is number, we have here 8 and A16. 16 plus 16 is 32 sounds from here. And then you can have on this side, you can have just your favorite styles that you can call them. If your keyboard is capable to receive messages, Novation is able to send them and to control everything. Even Systems messages you can control from MK2. From Novation Impulse, you can control those sounds, styles, mixing, for example, panning, volume, effects, but you are not able to control messages that are related to variation, change variation, then have fill, break, key start, key stop, or start, play, or stop, intro. Those things you have to control on SD90 if you want to control with Systems messages. And in this case, Novation Impulse cannot send Systems messages. It can send another message, but not Systems. Comparing to Novation MK2, Novation MK2 is capable to send all kinds of messages, and it is full controller for everything. So that is some additional things that we can do with Novation MK2. Very interesting. So thank you very much for watching this video, and see you in my next video. Soon I will be in Bosnia in 15 days on May, or 15th of May. So, and then actually 16th of May I will make comparison video between Novation MK2 and Novation Impulse, because over there I have Impulse and MK2. It is going to be interesting because Impulse is current version of the keyboard what you can buy. It is not on level of this one. This one has better keys, but we will talk about differences between those two instruments when I have in front of me both of them. Then I will tell you what you can do, what you cannot do, and what is better on any of those controllers. Thank you very much. See you in my next video.